Alright guys, welcome to another vlog. It's a Wednesday. It's hot as hell as usual. I'm loving the heat though, to be fair. On the way down to the bike shop now. The piece I needed for the Dave mirror back wheels finally come in. I'm gonna head down to the track soon to see how that surface is coming along. The boys went down and put sand over it, and according to the guys who helped us out with that material, well, I paid for it, but whatever, the sand over it will help it stay grippy, so it won't be as slippery as first expected, so that should be good. But we're going to go down and check that out in a minute after we head to the bike shop and pick up this bit for the mirror, which also means be able to go out for a ride with the wifey later on, which will be good to both of us have our Dave mirrors. And I did see a question in the comment section about what's the difference, because someone said they're not a BMX guy, what's the difference between my sort of pro bike and the mirror. So essentially the mirror bikes are like a replica of an OG Dave mirror bike. Look, you could ride it properly, as far as like take it to a skate park, do very similar stuff to what I do on my other bike, but being that there was only limited numbers made of the mirrors, I think there was like 500 of each, and we've got a red one and a white one now we're pretty stoked about. There's only one other color. I just don't want to wreck it, basically. I doubt it would be as strong as my Volume. So yeah, Volume Bike Demolition Parts, the companies I've been with for a long time, and I wouldn't want to put that same stress on the Dave mirror bike, I guess, because it's only a Haro. Haros are definitely still good bikes, but not on the same level as like a Volume and Demolition Parts, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the main difference there. But we're gonna head down to the Village skate park now, where they have the parts, and I have to come, like I said, I have to come back down here for an actual ride, but it's way too hot, definitely way too hot to be riding an indoor skate park. And yeah, we'll get there. One day you guys will see some riding from me. Alright guys, we're good. We got the little piece. This is the little piece right here. It's basically a cone piece, and I guess the stock one wasn't very strong, and I don't know, Chris has got me one that's better, I guess. And yeah, should be right. And we'll get this back home and on the bike via a petrol station to pump the tire up a bit better. Cool stager here as well. Right, there it is. I think that might be Chris's stage here, but anyway, we'll head down to the track now via petrol station. Alright guys, as you can see, that dark part behind me, that's essentially what we had done. We had this sort of glue stuff put down, which is meant to like hold everything together. It's worked in the past, so fingers crossed it works again. What we have had to do though is chuck a whole bunch of sand down over most of it. So you can see here, we've thrown sand all over the track. So what the sand will do is help it stay grippy, and rather than, because this stuff can be quite slippery, this black stuff that's been sprayed down can be quite slippery, and apparently if we mix the sand in with it, we won't have issues with grip. Obviously the first few laps at the park this week will be a bit slippery, but from that point on, it should be fantastic. Well, with what we've been told anyway. But it is going to take a little bit for this sand to get, washed off the track. But once it is gone, with all this stuff down in the cracks, with any luck, it'll hold this end of the track together for a lot longer than previously. You know, there's a time limit on these things, and there's definitely bits that I'm still concerned about, but we'll just, there's not much more we can do about it, to be honest with you, so we're just going to keep pushing forward with it and see what we can do. But there's a lot of stuff sprayed all over here, sprayed all over anywhere where we have cracks, so with any luck. It's very sandy at the moment though. My track literally looks like a beach right now. But This will, in theory, stop the stop the water from getting under the cracks, and then those cracks getting bigger. And yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very hopeful, but you know, you got to be semi-realistic with a lot of this stuff. But we'll keep pushing, keep moving forward. I don't know why someone's gone and written J with the Prince. That would be top knot. J is top knot. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go head down to this shop now and pick up my tail shaft, because apparently that is done. I got some of this sticky stuff on my feet, which is annoying. But yeah, we'll head down there, see if my tail shaft's there. If it is there, we'll head down to Black Arts and make sure it's the right length and stuff. All right, we have picked up our tail shaft. It was the cheaper price, which is great. Obviously committed to that tail shaft before the track shit the bed. It's money I ideally didn't want to be spending at all, but hopefully this the JZX110 sells soon, so I can get that money to help putting towards the track. And yeah, anyway, let's head down to Black Arts now and see if this tail shaft fits. Looks good though.
Appointment only, sorry.
Alright, so jacking it up to get the tail shaft off. The chop's about to grind. My bad. But it's made up. Where's the little thing you made? The thing. So we're gonna have a swirl pot now, which is fantastic. Help it keep it cool and everything. I have to get a little dash 6 line and some other little bits and pieces, but I'm just going over and looking at the fuel system side of things, and then hopefully getting the loom off maybe tomorrow to start getting the loom done. So yeah, we will get progress done in this car soon. Just with everything's gone on at the track, this stuff's overwhelming on top of that, so I'm trying to keep my head straight. Alright, we're in, boys. Perfect. Straight down. Fits up. I have to find my bolts, but mint. Sick. What's that? I missed that. The chop's cutting away all this stuff to be able to mount the
Just trying to get,
swirly boy.
Seeing where we sit on the angle with the motor, or we sit her straight. Just go sit her straight.
Yeah, it's the weird thing about the beams motor. It sits on an angle, and you can see it there. It does sit on a lean. So that's just the way they are in the Altezas, so I figured keep it the same in this car. I do think I'm going to have to rip the motor out, as much as I don't want to. It's not a big job, but I do have to rip the motor back out and grind some of the sump away, which is the sump where the oil isn't, the back part of the sump. Some of that needs to be cut out to basically clear the steering rack. Obviously, you go any higher with this beams motor and it would stick clean out of the bonnet, or hood. So we need to get this motor out, cut those bits out, and then we'll be able to bolt the motor in for the final time, and then hopefully get on to the wiring and plumbing, which shouldn't be too big a deal, but you know how things are. You just go back and forth with fittings and getting some hoses and things like that made. It will happen in time. Hopefully, there's an event coming up called Keep It Reet. If I could get this car done before that event, I'll be heading down to that event. But yeah, I don't want to put a timeline on this car, because I do want it to be done right, I guess, mechanically. So just keep slowly moving forward with it. Yeah. So that swirl pot that Chop's doing now is literally basically the same as what he's done on his own Toyota here. So the swirl pot, your radiator comes into here, this gets blocked off, and this is like your high point, and then it has a small fitting here that will go back into the system to help bleed the air out. Very smart, very, very common in Japanese cars. Like, I've seen a lot of cars come from Japan. People do it here as well, but may as well do it with the 86. You know, the intention is for it to be a rad car. I do want to do flares on it. You can see it needs the flares redone, because basically in haste of the moment when I was at World Time Attack 2 years ago, I had like a 225 semi-slick on the back that was rubbing the guards, and stupid me, instead of just lifting the car, I rolled the guards and did a very, very bad job. you guys have seen me do the bad guard rolling jobs. So this is how bad the guards are. So yeah, hopefully I can get new like weld on, get somebody to do a weld on metal guard front and rear. And then I think, I don't know what we're going to do paint wise on this car. Chop's trying to talk me into just leaving it and make, you know, having that sort of ghetto, not ghetto, but just like not finished old school car look. So I do like that look, but I don't know, I'm sort of torn between making it look really sick or doing that sort of slightly ghetto look, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But I was thinking the same color as my Raptor, which is the gray. Or yeah, the idea of sort of essentially leaving it a bit rat roddy with you know, get someone to do the new metal flares and then leave them raw, or clear coat, whatever. Clean up these areas here by sanding them down a bit and making them look sort of uniform with the rest of the car. My front guards are already a bit shitty. They're already sort of, that's the look I'm talking about. The fact that it is an old car, but then have a gangster engine bay would be kind of cool, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to say rat rod, but sort of just classic ae86, but cool drivetrain and reasonably cool interior. But again, I am going to put this car, my intention is to register this car. So I got to work out what's not going to be too red hot either. So, all right, I'm going to head back to the house now via somewhere to pump my tyre up. And yeah, see what else the day brings. Alright, there they are, the two mirrors back together now. Obviously wifey's one and my one, Scarlett's PK Ripper and stuff. It's going to be a while before the S13 gets any love with all this stuff that's going down at the track, so that sucks. Hopefully we can at least get the S13 going, but we'll have to see how things go. But only a short one today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tomorrow we're going drifting, but you guys won't see it till the following day, so no vlog tomorrow. Actually, I might go live from the track. I'll keep you guys posted. Talk to you then. Bye.